Welcome to my channel, guys. To be honest, I didn't plan to make such video, but after I returned back to Russia for a month, I got so many questions from you when you ask me what's happening in Moscow right now, Dasha. What's life look like after 1 year of sanctions and the war? Did something change? That's why I decided to make such vlog, a week of my life, to show you what's happening there and also reply to all your questions about Russia and about me and my future plans. So let's get started. Good morning, my friends. It's 3:30 in the morning of Monday, and Lucky decided that he really needs to go to toilet now. What a lovely start of the week. Кто меня так рано будил? You might ask me, Dari, are you eating pizza for breakfast in your bed? And I will reply, I certainly do. Hey guys, my morning was absolutely crazy. I slept maybe 4 hours overall because I couldn't fall asleep after the walk. Then I woke up in the morning again to walk with Lucky. So just not the best start of the week, to be honest. But anyways, I just went to see the doctor because when I'm in Russia, I usually check all my health once in 6 months. I think it's important to do so. And in Russia, it's free. Well, most of the procedures are free, so I checked everything which was possible, and here's how a typical polyclinic looks like. It's kind of not a hospital, but a medical center. And right now I will go for a short walk with my friend. We are going to VDNKh park. It's my favorite park here in the city. And after the walk, we'll go to shopping mall because I need to buy something there. And I'm also going to take you with me, so let's go. And this tall building is the Museum of Cosmos, and I was making a video about this place years ago. You can take a look at my video. I just found out that today it's an International Day of Happiness. So I hope each of you will find some reason to smile today. I definitely found. It's sunny, very rare occasion here in Moscow. Here you can see the Moscow Eye, which Putin is very proud of, but worth to say that it's getting broken quite often. I'm not going to try it, it's quite pricey, around 20 bucks. I don't want to pay such money. Here is the only monorail in Russia, and I can proudly say that my granddad designed it. I had a great time with Yana, but it was time for me to leave. Now we came to the shopping mall. I need to buy shampoo there, and also let's see how the situation there right now. You still can see some famous brands, but also you can see that they're quite disappearing from the stock right now. Now in the shopping centers you can see 4 situations of brands. The first is brands which stayed in the country. Restore, reseller of Apple, official one, is still available, and I remember I was actually asking them if they're gonna close, and they told they will, but they didn't. The second situation is closed shelves of stores that have left Russia. And the third one is a huge amount of new brands that appeared in the country. Guys, I'm so surprised seeing so much new brands here in the shopping mall. Well, I never saw them before. And the last situation that you can see is rebranding. So many shops have changed their names, but products remain the same. As for the supermarket, as you can see, there are so much products and no empty shelves. This is a new street which was Sprite, and this is the Cool Cola rebranding. And for everybody who thinks that you can't find sanctions products in Moscow, you can. Here is hamon, here is cheese, but it's very expensive. Well, what we can say, everything is replaceable. After the shopping mall, I returned back home, work at Lucky, and continue working for the project, now for the video. And it's 10 p.m. I'm dying how I want to sleep, so I think it's time to finish this day. I'm going to shower and then sleep. See you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. My morning started with walking with Lucky, and right now I took my small bag with which I'm traveling all the time, and it's broken a little bit, so I will put it to renovation right now. And also inside there is a white winter jacket of mine, and I need to put it for cleaning because you know, white clothes in Russia. And if you're interested about the prices, I paid approximately $20 for cleaning my white winter jacket. I didn't plan to go for breakfast to the cafe at all, but I just went to atelier, and the master who works with suitcases will come only in 30 minutes. And since it will take 15 minutes for me to come home, I decided not just stay there, but take a coffee and maybe something to eat. This is very simple, but to be honest, I love it. And here is Raf. It's a local coffee with cream, and also there is a berry sauce and grains. It's gonna cost quite a lot to renovate it, and he even advised to buy the new one. So many trips happen with him, so many trips. After completing my morning tasks, I did some sport, and then I had business calls for the Ukrainian project Let's Shake Hands that I've been helping in the last months. This project helps Ukrainian kids affected by the war to continue their education, and if you want to learn more about this, you can take a look at the link of the description of this video. I'm just having a break between my work and I decided to make a new video, so don't ask why I look like that. Soon you will find out about this. And in this video I also wanted to reply to some of your questions about Russia and about my life, so it's also kind of a Q&A video. And one of the questions was why Russians think that West is so bad but still they want to live there. And I reply here, they think that West is bad because of propaganda, which works so well, especially right now with so many restrictions towards Russians from the West, but they want to live there because it's actually considered that life in the West is much easier, that people are so rich there and they're so free, and here like people earn so little money. Lots of Russians live incredibly poor that you can't even imagine, with the salaries of few $100s per month. But on the West it's considered that you will get millions of rubles and etc. Good morning, guys. It seems stress and anxiety hit me really hard last night because I didn't sleep at all. I just couldn't sleep. I had so many thoughts, and yeah, I'm so tired right now. But even despite this, I decided to go on a training because sport helps a lot. Good morning! Good morning, guys. It's a brand new day, and to be honest, yesterday I felt so low, both physically and mentally. Physically because I didn't sleep the night, and mentally because of that problem that appeared. Now today it seems like it's possible to figure it out, but to be honest, my life reminds me of roller coaster. And it seems, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but other people, they have roller coaster, but the rides are long, while my life, roller coaster is like this every day. So I'm struggling a little bit with this, and yesterday it felt bad. And by the way, there was a question, what do I do when I feel sad, and if making YouTube videos help me to overcome this, I would say that I never do YouTube videos, and I'll make them when I'm feeling so down. And yesterday after the training I didn't do any videos because I just didn't feel like doing so. What do I do? To be honest, sleep helps. Sleep really helps. I'm trying to talk with my friends, and I don't know, I'm just trying not to be strict on myself. And by the way, if you can see, my baby boy just came here, right? Yesterday after the training I had a lunch and I returned back home, I wanted to go to sleep, but then I realized that if I got accepted to my master's, I need to translate some references from hospital about the injections I did in my childhood. This is the list what I had to do. So all evening I was going to my hospital. When I was going to the kid, I was looking for the references at home, and I more or less found everything, but I need to make another ejection, and I think I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be the last weekday where I can do this. So wish me luck. For some reason, still all Christmas decorations, maybe not all, but a lot of them, are still available in Moscow. Never seen that before. Also, this morning I decided to go to a salon to renew the color of my hair. And there was another question, if I think I got a good education while growing up in Russia. And actually, I think my school education wasn't bad at all. I still remember when I was, 16 years old, and I've been watching Teen Wolf series, and they were studying some task in math in their high school, what I studied years ago. So yeah, I think our school education is quite well, even though I was going in one of the worst schools in Russia, in Moscow, in my district at least. However, the behavior of our teachers was not good at all, very inappropriate often, but this is Russia. Unfortunately, it's a normal case. For example, one of my teacher of literature told me to commit a suicide almost when I disagreed with her opinion. Yeah. This is crazy. I know now. For me, it was normal before. But education at universities, on the other hand, I wouldn't say is good. So right now we came to amphitheater, which is located exactly in the city center, a little piece of something ancient in the city, what's very nice. And I met with my friend Katya, which you saw already many times. And since you asked me about the atmosphere in Russia and the mood on the streets, I decided to ask you, the person who lives here all the time.
Ну, атмосфера, мне кажется, довольно угнетающая, но она всегда была такой в России. Люди привыкли жить плохо, и они в целом не рассчитывают на что-то лучшее и хорошее. В целом о войне уже никто не говорит. Война, она есть, она рядом с нами, мы ее ощущаем, но у нас есть бытовые вопросы, купить еду, сходить к врачу, и цены очень сильно растут, а зарплаты не поднимаются. Из-за этого у людей нет времени думать о каком-то будущем, им нужно сейчас выжить.
Russians, they even can't believe that something good can happen. They don't see it, and on opposite, they see all the hate from the Western countries and from outside of the world. So that's why nothing is changing. And there was also a question if I think something is gonna change and how it's gonna be, what changes they're gonna be. To be honest, I don't know. Like, I see that people have very low quality of life in Russia, very low salaries, and they're just trying to survive. And I don't know what should happen. Maybe some big oppositioner that will be able to do something, but Navalny is in jail, and I don't see any other leader who can lead the people to the bright future. There was also another question from you, if YouTube pays me enough or I need some additional source. Well guys, it's 0:30 at night right now and I'm still working, even though I'm finishing already because I just incredibly want to sleep. But yeah, I wouldn't have another 2 jobs in addition to YouTube if YouTube would pay me enough. I think because the problem is that my videos are not performing that well, like not 100,000 views, so that's why I'm not getting so much money. And therefore guys, every your donation means a lot to me. Thank you for your support. Even though I'm not so sure that I will go to study in the USA, I decided to prepare the most. It turned out that I didn't do 1 injection in my childhood, so I need to do it now. And also I need to renew 1 injection. Okay. That's it. Do you remember when I told you that for Russians it seems absolutely unreal to go and study abroad, especially to the USA? And when I mentioned to the doctor that yes, I applied to the USA, I was accepted, I'm waiting for a visa and I just need to prepare all the vaccines, she even created a book for me. She wrote down every my vaccine that I had in my childhood to that book, and I don't want to tell you everything details, but she helped me a lot. So I just bought her candies. I'm gonna present it to her right now because oh my gosh, she was so nice, and she in the end she was like, get out of this district and build your future. Such a nice lady. But that wasn't everything I needed to do for the morning. I'm almost done with the stuff to do for the morning. I just came to another grocery, and the thing is, there is one lady, a very old one, and she had a dog with this approximately the same age of with Lucky, and we were working together for 12 years with our dogs. And unfortunately, her son is very sick and he's in the hospital, and she has some problems with the legs, and it turned out that she couldn't go out for months already from the home. I didn't know about this until yesterday. She called my mom and asked to buy some food to her. So I just came to the grocery, bought some necessary food and coming to her. Аккуратно, давайте я донесу куда-нибудь, это тяжело.
Иди туда,
Хулиганчик, кто такой хулиганчик?
самокат.
This wonderful lady also asked to buy some medicine to her, so on the way to the pharmacy. Also a little bit about life in Russia for elderly. One medicine that she asked me to buy cost $15, even less a little bit. And when she was saying, she's like, oh my god, that's so expensive, that's incredibly expensive, that I should take my money, don't pay it. I'm like, I'm not taking your money, I'm working. That's my present for you for International Women's Day that passed a few weeks ago. And she almost cried because $15 for elderly people in Russia, it's an incredible amount of money. And this is a little bit about difference of level of life in Western countries and Russia. Later I've been working for a few hours, and then I came to a driving lesson to practice parking. Okay, so let's start my driving lesson. I hope everything will go nicely. And it went very well, so now I feel very confident in driving. Good morning from rainy Moscow, my friends. Even though the weather, let's say, not so good, but it's finally getting warmer. So most of the snow almost melted, what I'm very happy about. And yeah, so my morning started, of course, with walking with the dog. Then I had class with my wonderful student, and I know many of you were asking if I'm taking new students. Unfortunately, guys, I'm quite busy right now, so at the moment I'm not taking any new students, but once I decide to take more, I'm going to announce this on my YouTube. So right now I'm on my way to meet with my friend. She's coming to my metro station, so probably we'll go for a coffee, and I will try to make a small interview from her because she's been living in Moscow, in Russia actually, all this time. Hello, who is here?
Да нет, это давно уже.
While we are walking here in the park, I also wanted to reply to another question. How do people survive in Moscow with $600 salary? And I would say that it's not the worst case, because when people just start their career after graduation, let's say, their salaries can be even twice less. For example, when I was looking for a job after my graduation, I've been offered $300-400 salary, and I was like, I'm not going to work for that. So my first salary was, I think, $650 per month. And it was so problematic. I was living with my parents, and I had 2 extra jobs part-time because it's impossible to survive, I would say. And let's ask Christine about her situation. Christine and I both studied linguistics in one of the best universities in Russia, and people expect to have a very high salary after graduating from that university. And while I decided to continue working in marketing and not linguistics, Christine decided to become a teacher.
I worked as a teacher in college, and I earned about $250 per month, and that was kind of difficult because I didn't have enough money, and my parents and even my grandparents sometimes helped me to survive. So yeah, that wasn't so difficult at the same time, because I wanted that job and I knew why I'm there I was there, and so I had the goal. So after 6 months, I became a class teacher. That's why I got a raise, and my salary became $500. But that wasn't enough too, so I was working part-time as a private teacher. But now you can congratulate me because I quit my job. I got the experience I wanted, and now I want something more.
Now you can see the real situation with work in Russia, and this is Moscow. In the regions, the situation is much worse. And last day in Moscow, guys. I'm leaving tomorrow. All this rainy day, I've been preparing my bag and also went to make a manicure. Okay, let's go. Manicure is done. By the way, I think you're gonna surprise to see the prices, because in Russia prices for beauty industry is not that high, even way less than in the Western countries. For example, manicure and pedicure cost approximately $30-35. So my friends, this is already the end of Sunday, and tomorrow I'm going to Turkey, but this is just temporary stop. And in the end of this video, I just wanted to reply to a few more questions. One of these was if it's noticeable that there are quite a lot of young people left Russia. No, it's not noticeable at all. There are still quite a lot of people on the streets. And another question, if some of my relatives are engaged in special military operation, what means war? Let's go like it is. And fortunately, no, I'm so happy about this, because I would not be able to talk to such people. I would otherwise cut them from my life, because you guys all know my position, you know whom I'm supporting, and this is not normal what's happening. So fortunately, I didn't need to break any family, let's say, family lines or etc. What's good? If I understand correctly, it's a question from Kenneth, like what I learned from this year about myself. I would say that I think I learned the power of never giving up, because this year, like, there were so many ups and downs, incredible amount, a huge roller coaster, and I think I did it more or less well. At least I'm still staying here with the hope. And the last question that all of you were very interested in, if I got the Schengen visa, and you might notice that I was quite positive recently, and the thing is that I promised myself, if I get rejected from the Schengen visa, I'm not going to be sad and I'll go to Europe. But I didn't need to do this. I got the Schengen visa, so I'm taking all your congratulations to me. And yes, I'm going to Europe. Кому я так буду скучать?